Greetings. My name is Annette Warren. I am the pastor of the Cedar, Bluff, and Clearview United Methodist Church in the Clinch Mountain District. And today I'm going to talk with you about a ministry that is very dear to my heart. It is In His Hands Mission Ministry, appointed here in 2012. And during the time, the first couple years here, we were praying and searching and seeking God for a mission and a ministry that would benefit our community and as well as impact our church and hopefully our church growth. And doing several different conversations, and one conversation in particular that was brought to my attention about establishing a In His Hands baby mission from ages newborn to 16. And we brought that information before administrative council, and they listened to us, and we talked about what we wanted to do and why we wanted to do it. We just felt that God was leading us in the direction to do something to help teenagers at the time. At the time, we had an opportunity to reach out to several teenagers, teenage pregnancy, from the local high school, and we would just donate and give to the teachers that asked for help. And then after we got to doing that so often, then we decided, hey, this may be something that we can do here in our church. And we continued to pray about it, and we got permission to do it. And when we asked, we said, okay, we just asked to see if the church would support us, give us 90 days. We didn't really know what to expect. We had a zero budget. And before the administrative council meeting was over with, we ended up having a budget of $500. Everybody just started donating from their own pocket. And so then that gave me an excitement that something is good is going to happen out of this ministry. And on behalf, we started in October 2015. And we fixed 25 boxes. We thought, God, if you just send us 25 people, this is the great thing that's ever happened to this church concerning this ministry. But on our first visit, we had 182 people. And when we got here at 9:30 that morning, there were people lined up in the parking lot. And we just thought, wow, we have tapped into a need. And we ended up having to make several trips back to our local Walmart and dollar store to fulfill the needs of all in the line. And we didn't stop until we fulfilled all the needs. And we thought, okay, God, what is that you really want us to do here? And we were at the point, there was no way we could back out and not do it again. So we began to then ask questions about applying for Change for Children grant was our first grant that was granted to us for $2,000. And from there, we were able to join the National Diaper Bank. And we purchased diapers, and we had them delivered here, and we came up with a plan how we were going to distribute them. And we set up a time one Saturday out of a month from 10 to 2. And then we started from there. And there were several volunteers. The church was just wonderful. Many donated not only monetary, but they donated their time. This being a senior church, we had very few, I call baby boomers, but we were able to look down the road, and 5 or 6 years later, here we are. And I think prayer brought us through this, and the faith and the excitement from the congregation, because they were just excited as all of us were, the team. The team consisted of 9 members at the time, and we also had a couple of people that were not church members, but began to donate their time and effort, and here we are.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Gibson-Dye, and I have been involved with the youth ministry, baby ministry here at Cedar Bluff United Methodist Church for a couple of years now. My youth group at Cedar Bluff Community Church partners with Annette and the kind folks here. They welcome us in, and we come in and help get the boxes ready for distribution as they need us. And it's been just a wonderful blessing for the youth that we work with on a regular basis, as well as for myself. It has been a blessing to see the different churches in the community come together as one. The churches are not made up of just the walls in a building. It's the people that are in those buildings that make the church. And it's been a blessing to see the churches in the community come together to serve the community, because we are called to be the hands and feet of Jesus. And it's such a blessing just to be able to partner with other like-minded people to do that. I remember scrolling through Facebook after one of the distribution days, and someone that had been a recipient of diapers and toiletries that day. They had also gotten some other things that they needed. They had made just a very kind post about what a blessing it had been to have such a nice ministry in the community that they live in. And just to see what comes in and then what goes out. It's just amazing, the outpouring of support and the number of people that this ministry touches in our community.
Okay, can those wipes get on that?
Can I put them
Yes,
down here?
yes, yes. Or either if you can't, you want to, you can put them right behind, up on the top shelf. When our participants comes in, they come in, we greet them, and we give them a box. These are what these boxes represent. And in the box, there's a package of wipes, baby ointment, shampoo, lotion. Okay, and then they would tell us what size diaper that their child needs. And if we just go over here and get the diapers. We have newborn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if they would like to look at clothes or any other items that we may have in the adjacent room here. This is where the clothes are. This is where boys and girls up to 16. And also, if they have children that want toys, we have a toy room here, and they get to get their toys. The last thing they would get, and they would take the toys on out as they leave it to go down the stairs. Here up to, like I said, 16. At each container, we have containers for girls, we have containers for boys. Some of the clothes that we have, we got them hung up, and we got the tags on to let them know girls and boys and the size. And the clothes, then we have things here on the table. We have bibs, we have baby blankets, shoes, odds and ends, I would say. Now, these type of baby stuff, we don't really buy this. These are something that are donated to us from mothers, from other churches in the community, private donors. They will bring the clothes, and even some of our patrons will come back and bring clothes that they have picked up, or maybe something that their children have outgrown. It's just a real blessing. We started off very small. Now it's at the place that we are trying to get volunteers. We are in desperate need of volunteers. We're in desperate need of people coming and helping this ministry. We're so thankful for those who are participating. And tonight we have a group from the Cedar Bluff Community Church. Youth is with us tonight to help us get our stuff together so that on Saturday we'll have our actually give out. And so this is what the young people here today under the leadership of Rebecca. So again, we just, hey, without the leadership, without the this youth group right now, we would be hurting because we just don't have youth in our church that's able to do this. Okay, now we've entered the toy room. And in here we have all different kinds of toys that are, again, they are toys that are donated to us. During the, there's 3 seasons of the year that we actually would buy toys. And that's for Easter, special birthdays, and Christmas. And any other time, the toys are donated. And if a family is aware of a birthday, what have you, then we'll do what we can to make sure that child will have some sort of toy. And during the Christmas season, we always make sure that each child is given a toy. And we have books, educational books. We have educational toys. And it's just, again, it's just a blessing to be able to do all this. For the community and for our church, because this is what we're about. We're about getting out and going out into the community, doing what we can, and compel others to come in and be a part of this great church that God has blessed me to be a part of and has entrusted me to pastor here. And it's just a blessing. It's good people, and with the Clearview United Methodist Church along helping us with this ministry and what they do. we do another different type ministry there with the backpack and some of the other things that they do, and especially the United Methodist Women. Our United Methodist Women, we have now joined the United Methodist Women at Clearview, our sister church. So this is what we are, and I just continue to just give God the glory, and I take no credit on my own, but I give God all the credit for what is going on here, and with the membership and those who volunteers and them who come in and do donations and personal gifts. It's helping us keep us going. And the conference this year has blessed us. The Hostin Foundation has blessed us with a wonderful gift of $7,500 to allow this ministry to continue. So I thank Hostin Conference for that, and because we definitely needed the funds, and they can depend on us that we will use the money that's been given to us, that God has entrusted us with, being a good steward and making sure that everyone benefit from it as much as we can. Okay, good question. If there's someone that would like to help this in the process of this ministry, please call. You can call, the church number is 964-7065, or get in contact with me. If you know any of the members that belong to this church, you can make contact with them. On the second Wednesday of each month prior to Saturday Give Out Day is the day we kind of prepare and get things ready to go so that everything will roll smoothly and as people attend on Saturday. Right now, we really are in need of boys' clothes, anywhere from newborn up to 16. We have boys. We need pull-ups. If there's any way, people been asking for pull-ups, swim pull-ups. I'm not a mother, so some of this you just kind of have to know what to get. But anyway, I think it's pull-ups or swim pull-ups. But also, we are in need of boys' clothes and toys. And back to school. We're getting ready. In another month, children will be returning back to school, and we help families with their clothing, pencils, pens, and all the things the children will need to return back to school. August is one of our big giveaways. We do hot dogs, and we do backpacks, and we do things like that to prepare them for school. So any of those items, we always need wipes. Wipes and baby ointment is our hottest items right now. And baby formula is about $40 a can, and if someone finds a bargain and can get some, we'll take that. We'll take anything that will help a child continue its life expectantly. When I look down the road 5 years from now, what I hope to see is all the families that we have supported, that we have helped and reached out to, not only in giving out diapers, but the time that we serve them through food, we serve them through Christmas gifts, Easter gifts, Mother's Day, Father's Day. The ministries kind of have just bloomed out into other different avenues other than just taking care of the babies. What I hope is that one day that the Spirit would touch the lives of the families and remind them of the goodness of God, and the goodness of God through His children, through this church, through the people in the community, and that they would come in and be a part of this great church and worship. We have had families to attend here off and on. We've not had families who have made commitment, but they have been in and out. We have been able to baptize a couple of the children. We have even funeralized several of the children and some of their family members. So I'm just hoping that all that we have made an effort to do as a team, that it will grow this church spiritually. I know it has grown us, and we've not seen the numbers in the growth by this ministry, and through this ministry, but I hope that one day that this church will be filled. And we are known in the community by being the diaper church. So when I hear that and invite someone to church and they say, "Are you all the diaper church?" and it just brings that big smile on my face and say, "Yes, we're not only the diaper church, but we're the church where you can come and worship and be a part of God's kingdom and be loved on." And so this is my hope is that as I give God all the glory, but I would hope in 5 years from now that not only that we would continue to be able to do the ministry and do it well, and not only that, that people will be saved. Because really, this is what this ministry is all about, is bringing people into the kingdom of God. And out of that, then the church can be the church, not only in the community, not only in this building, but outside the building. Because God tells us that we got to get out of the building. And this is a good start. It's a good place for us. I thank God for all our personal donors, people who sacrifice and who have prepared meals for us, who have supported us. I can't even name them all. And if I try, I might miss someone, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just very grateful. But, and I solicit all of your prayers. And the prayer that I would ask you all to pray is that God will take his work, this kingdom building, and build this church so that we can be a church from here to everlasting.